5 years ago, Ben says he took his 5-week-old son to the doctor for a checkup. And hours later, he was being questioned by the police. You see, it was discovered that his son had multiple fractures of his ribs, hip, back, and eye socket. Oh! Ben claims he is innocent of all the charges, but says he felt pressured to confess. Now his mother, Krista, believes her son is innocent and called me to help clear his name. All right, Ben, until we find out if you're clear, you got to stand up.
Yes, sir.
You're here, and we're going to find out, but your son suffered horrific injuries at a very young age. Did you cause those injuries to your son?
No, sir, I did not.
No. How did you know that your son was injured?
Honestly, one day I came home. It was a day I didn't actually have to do anything after work. I came home, I wanted to spend some time with my kid. I listened to him take a deep breath, and I started hearing popping sound. It wasn't from the mouth either. It was like he took a deep breath, and I can hear it in his chest, like something was popping. And I called the doctor. I said, hey, this is what I'm hearing. What could this be? What's wrong? She said, come in tomorrow, and we'll see what happened. And they come in. They didn't hear nothing, they didn't see nothing. Everything seemed to be fine, so she sent me home. I heard it again, and I said, look.
And the child's 5 weeks old at this time.
Yeah, he was about 5 weeks, 3 to 5. And I said, look, tell me what's wrong. She said, okay, take him to the hospital. Still, doctors kept telling me nothing was wrong. Until he lost a pound, they finally told me he's got to go back to the hospital. We need to find out why he's losing weight. And then everything went downhill from there.
And when he took to the hospital, he was discovered that he had a fractured hip, multiple rib fractures, an optical fracture, spinal compression fracture. So when the doctor comes in and tells you those list of injuries, what crosses your mind?
Honestly, the doctor didn't tell me those injuries.
What did he tell you what was wrong with them?
Nothing.
He said nothing's wrong with your son?
He said, no, what he said was there's some serious injuries and the police have been called and are getting involved. They wouldn't tell me what actually happened until I talked to the police.
And when the police came, what happened?
They questioned me, and I said, I have no idea what happened. I want to know what happened. You know, I brought him into the hospital. Why would I do that if I did something?
Well, because you'd be covering up, maybe.
No.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know if you did or not, but maybe you were sleep deprived, like you say. You did 20-hour shift. Maybe you come home, baby's crying, you can't get to sleep, you're aggravated, you lose control, you start slamming the baby around a little bit.
Honestly.
Honestly.
Do
you have any idea how your son got injured?
Honestly.
Honestly.
I have no clue.
No clue.
I have no clue other than...
Because if your son had all these injuries, he had to be screaming, right? He's a 5-week-old baby, fractured ribs.
I perfectly agree with you. So I can go do something, he would start screaming his head off. Right. As soon as I take him back, he'd be giggly, laughing, and...
Come on. See, that's a story.
It's... Okay.
Okay, you had a miracle baby. But the police are there, they're questioning you, and at some point, they place you under arrest, right?
Yes.
And you confessed.
I was coerced into a confession, yes. He kept telling me that if I didn't confess to it, my son would be put in CPS custody and I'd never see them again.
Well, that happened anyways.
It did.
So why would you confess?
Because I was 19 and stupid.
Did you admit causing the optical fracture?
I did admit to the optical fracture.
How'd you cause that?
A bassinet stood about this high. It was a wooden bassinet. It didn't one of the older ones. It didn't have the rounded edges.
And the sharp edges.
Yeah, I was holding my son. I went to go put him down. My arm gave way. And I know it. I couldn't explain it. I don't know.
Your arm gave way, like from the weight, Numbness in your arm, heart attack, what happened?
Honestly, my arm started tingling. It started feeling numb.
Chest pains?
Mild chest pain, yes.
Such So you confess to that, right?
Yes.
So you go to court, judge says he finds you guilty, right?
Yes.
And he hands down the sentence, and what was the sentence?
3 years in prison, 18 years on probation.
Why did you get 18 years worth of probation?
According to the prosecutor, because if I reoffend, they want the hammer to hit me hard.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw your son?
5 years ago,
Will you ever get him back?
when he comes to find me.
When he's 18.
Yep.
You have a girlfriend now?
Yes.
Let's bring her out, Amanda. How you doing? So you're with Ben?
Yes, I am.
And
I've been with him since 3 months after he got out.
3 months after he got out of prison. Where'd you meet?
Where did we meet? The laundromat.
Laundromat. He's doing laundry. You see him, you're like,
I invited him to my yard sale.
but you invite him to your yard sale. Did he buy anything?
He actually showed up. So.
Yeah. And how did you guys develop a relationship?
We just kept hanging out, becoming friends.
Did he come forth and say, by the way, I got out of prison 3 months
Yes,
ago?
he did.
And what did you think about that?
At first I was unsure, but I was like, well, he's trying to be honest, so I can't really down that. But
Right.
it
And when he
was-
tells you about what happened to his son, do you believe him?
Yes, I do.
And why do you believe him?
I believe him because he was honest to me the whole time.
Yeah. What if he fails his lie detector test?
If he fails, I think I'll still be there for him, knowing his history, but it would...
Knowing his
it-
history,
It would be different.
if he fails his lie detector test for causing horrific injuries to a 5-week-old baby, you'd be okay with him still being around your children? Okay, everybody's different. I'm going to ask both of you to leave the stage. I'm going to talk to your mother, Krista, and then we'll bring you all out for the results. Let's bring Ben's mother, Krista, out.
I know my son didn't do this. I know it
How do you know it?
because I'm his mother. I would know if I know
Every
him.
criminal that's in prison had parents at one time, right?
I know.
Yeah.
But I know my child. I know he would not hurt anybody.
How do you like that fractured eye socket story? That doesn't seem suspicious at
It
all
was
to you?
an accident.
Can you relate to this story? Go to www.stevewilkos.com to get my help. Ben took a lie detector test and we asked him, did you ever strike your son? He answered no. Other than his eye injury, did you cause any of the other injuries to your son? He answered no. Was the confession you gave to the police true? He answered no. The results for Ben's lie detector test came back all the same, and they came back that Ben did not tell the truth.
What?
What?
Nope. See ya.
Ben!
Bye.
You know, he's
Ben!
running from the truth again.
No, I don't know.
I believe you, but Ben,
You still believe him?
he's my child. Of course I'm going to believe him.
To continue the lie and perpetuate
Baby.
this myth that you didn't do it, that the cops forced this
I didn't
confession
do
on
it,
you.
Steve.
You did do it. Let's all go back on stage.
I'm done.
Babe.
I'm done.
Babe.
Well, wouldn't you want your boyfriend to come out and...
It's just gonna make him more angry.
Are you worried about him getting more angry? Because if he gets more angry, he might do something, right?
What is there to listen to?
You're frustrated.
I mean,
Well,
It
you
all
came
says
all
it
this
was-
way.
for what?
That's right. That's my point.
Let's go listen to Dan. Why not? No.
You know what? You get off the stage because you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Get out of here. Go ahead. You didn't care when you were picking cocaine. You don't care now. Yeah. I am concerned about something.
Okay.
You said something that frightens me.
Okay.
You said he's going to get more angry. Has he ever raised his temper with you?
No.
Has he ever hit you? You ever feel scared? See, now you're lying.
I don't
you
know.
don't want to. You
I
don't
get
want to
mixed
make
signals.
him angry.
Why would I?
But because if he does get angry, it's an ugly scene, isn't it?
Then I get in trouble. Yeah.
You get in trouble. Our society says you go to prison, you serve your time, you get a chance. We let you out. Go ahead, lead a life that you choose to carve out. So you get that chance. But that doesn't mean I have to like you. So get the hell off my stage. That's it. You should really go home and consider what you're doing. I just think that you're putting yourself in a bad situation. If he came out and said, you know what, I did do it. And I lost my temper because I was working 20 hours and the baby was crying and I snapped and I lost my mind.
Right.
I'd feel more comfortable if he did that than what he's doing now.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I think he was young and scared and
He's
just.
still young.
Yeah.
And he's still not admitting to what he did.
I just wish he would admit it.
And this guy did it to his own son. So how bad did he snap?
Yeah.
But I just think that you're putting yourself in a position that I believe that you might regret someday. But it's your life, and I certainly don't wish bad about anybody. I would hope that Ben gets to a place where he can tell you the truth.
Me too.
And let it go and move forward with his life
Me
and
too.
never do anything stupid again.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's nice meeting you. Click here to watch more Wilkos. Click here to subscribe and get a front row seat for all the action.